Scott, it's been a whirlwind of news with Dr. Disrespect as he issues a lengthy statement on the Twitch ban. I'm not perfect, but I'm no predator.
Oh, that is a distinction you don't ever want to have to make.
Right? Like, man, come on. Alex Stebbin over at IGN has a lot to say. Guy Beahm, the popular streamer best known as Dr. Disrespect, has issued a lengthy statement on the recent allegations that have emerged over his ban from Twitch in 2020. It's the most substantial response Beahm has ever issued on the situation, which was reignited last week after a former Twitch employee said on X/Twitter that he was banned from streaming platform for inappropriate messages with a minor on Twitch Whispers feature. A claim corroborated by reporting in The Verge and Bloomberg. Beam's response addresses the claim as well as his recent outings from the game studio he co-founded, Midnight Society. Scott, it is not looking good.
No, there's something worth noting. If this is being reported on by the Bloomberg and The Verge, those two companies are very big. They're following the legal letter of the law. So
Sure.
If they are saying that they're throwing their name behind this has a huge amount of weight.
Absolutely, right? In a statement, Beahm admits that there were indeed, quote, Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017, end quote. What are you doing, Scott?
Yeah, I struggle to understand how that's ever possibly a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Quote, were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not, end quote. He adds, quote, these were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more, end quote. He goes on to say that no charges were brought forward and reiterates that, quote, nothing illegal happened, end quote. Quote, now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility, end quote, he says. Quote, I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me.
Yeah.
You think? Like, that's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father.
Yeah, how do you even possibly... So where's that divide in your mind where you... Naturally, somebody would think, okay, hold on, wait, I have perspective on this situation.
Right? He continues on here. Beahm insists, however, that he's no predator or pedophile, and that despite a previously announced extended vacation, he seemingly plans to continue streaming. Dude, the minute he got the news he was streaming when he got the news because he picked up his phone and saw it, and he just goes, "Okay, I think I'll just take a vacation." Yeah, you think? Yeah.
I don't think he's coming back from this vacation. I think this is the end.
Well, this is where a lot of it, man, there's a couple questions I'm just like, wow, like, where do you even start with this? Quote, they want me to disappear. Yeah, right, end quote. He concludes. IGN asked Twitch, which has not commented on the situation in recent days. As for his ousting from Midnight Society, Beahm says the decision for him to part ways with the studio was something he and the team came collectively. I doubt that. Shortly after Beahm posted his statement, studio co-founder Robert Bowling issued his own personal statement on Twitter/X, caveating that it had not been run through a PR or legal department. This is his own words. No PR speak, no, hey, just make sure this is okay. This is him straight up. Quote, if you inappropriately message a minor, I cannot work with you, end quote. Bowling wrote, period. I promised to only act on facts, and I did, end quote. Gaming headset and accessory company Turtle Beach also announced earlier on Tuesday, before Beahm posted his statement, that it would be ending its partnerships with the streamer. The situation surrounding Beam's 4-year-old ban from Twitch caught fire last Friday. Dude, it exploded on Friday. And then it was over the weekend, and now it is continuing even to today, to the point where Tim the Tap Man and Nick Merckx went out and said, we're out. They're not, like, I'm paraphrasing, but they're not working with them either. Like, we don't support this. There's nothing we have to say, but, like, we're just done. Dude, where do you want to start with this? Like, where do you even begin?
Yeah, it's just such a messy situation. You're seeing everybody and anybody step away from him and sever ties, and I think that's the only logical way you can move forward from something like this.
Yeah.
Nobody expected or would have desired for him to do something crazy like this, but in my opinion, and just speaking for myself here, he's admitted to some rather strange behavior. Whether it falls into the realm of illegal or not is
Yeah.
kind of irrelevant to me. Based on what his own admission is, I'm already looking at him and going, I wouldn't want to work with this guy.
No, absolutely not. Why would you want to be tied to someone like this? Right? He,
No, whether it's bad intentions or just incompetence, is an incredible mistake to make.
yeah, right. Like he admitted. So when he got banned, there's a whole thing that went down too with his wife that he admitted that he cheated on his wife. And then into this now, like, this just kind of came to be like, man, there is no respect for Dr. Disrespect in my eyes. Like, that's how that goes down. Like, man, you
No,
treat people how you want to be treated, and this is not how you treat people. It's just that simple, right? There is no
no, this
respect.
guy's a heel. It reminds me of wrestling. This guy's a heel. He's a bad character, and he's known for being a bad character. And turns out it's not just a character.
Yeah, no, it's him, which is just now. Let's get on the other side. Okay, so first of all, I haven't seen any details pop about the minor, and which is fine, which is great. Keep that. We don't need to know, right?
Yeah.
That's not something we need to know about. We don't need to know who it was. 'Cause all of a sudden, then that brings in this whole other conversation that nobody needs to know about. Nobody wants to know about, right?
No, you don't
Leave
want
them
that
out.
to chase you throughout the years.
Exactly, right? We don't need that problem to be outed even further. The fact that Dr. Disrespect is admitted to this is just shameful. Just straight up shameful. It hurts our industry, and it hurts the people that he's affected along the way, including his own family. Like, man, like, be smarter. Like, what are you doing? Now, on top of this, he co-founded Midnight Society, and they've kicked him out. Scott, what does the future look like now for Dead Drop, which is the game they're working on? Do you want to go in and be tied to that game now? Do you obviously they did the right thing and and cut him out as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
They found the facts and said, you know what, we are done. No more Dr. Disrespect. We are on our own, right? Okay, but now when that game drops, oh, hey, that game was tied to Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, that's not gonna survive well. I think that will likely change name, or maybe just the game will change in scope. But I have a feeling somebody will come through charitable, with a charitable kind of funding offer. Hey, you guys are stuck in this bad predicament. We're gonna try and make something nice out of this. That would be the good ending to this scenario.
Right? Can they salvage what he's done to that studio?
I'm not sure what state this game is at. If it's just too early and the whole studio will fold, that's a possibility.
That's the other thing, right? Does that studio now just collapse? This game not even come out anymore, right? There's so many questions now, I think, that pop up just because he's tied to it, which is a problem. Dude, from what I've seen, it hasn't been much, I'll be honest. Game looked cool. Like, they have such a direction and a vision for this game. But at the end of the day, when somebody like that is tied to it, do you really want to support it? Not really, but he's no longer tied to it either.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that personally, but I really want to see the development come out of this and what that company can scramble to salvage.
Let me take a step back here. Hogwarts Legacy tied to J.K. Rowling's, who a lot of people don't don't agree with, and so forth, which is absolutely understandable. And that game was one of the biggest games around. It is a different take, but what I mean by what I'm getting at is that game was tainted too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, some people came to the defense in that game though, and paid with their wallet to kind of support that political edge. I don't think we'll see that kind of success still come out of this. Yeah, because there's no side to defend in this case.
I just feel bad for the studio, right? Going in, you knew that he was banned, but they also thought it wasn't that serious. It was just a whatever, right? And now you find out 4 years later, like, man, maybe you should have done a little bit more research.
Oh, they thought it was just a cheating on your wife scenario, which wasn't a very good place to start with either.
No, but here's the other thing, dude. So he announced he's cheated on his wife, and then he comes back bigger than ever. That's the same situation we're gonna fall in here. Is that when he does come back, he's gonna be big again? People are still gonna continue to support this guy. Like, really? Man, Dr. No respect is what I see.
Yeah, I wonder if he's now Kick's greatest hero.
I don't know. We'd love to hear from you, though. However, hit us up, itgtv.com. Where do you stand here? Is Dead Drop stand a chance?